G'day everybody and welcome back to the channel. We've got something different happening today. It's Mr. and Mrs. Johnson's first night children free. And what's the occasion, you might ask? Well, the famous Derek has returned from the UK to live for the first time in 6 years. For those who don't know, the famous Derek is Johnson's younger brother. He is also a son of the great Ramondo and Sheila, and we're very much looking forward to catching up with him. Tonight we're going to be going to O Bombay in Hornsby. Didn't actually know anything about this place until I just searched restaurant in Hornsby a couple of weeks ago on Google, and it was the first result, so that's where we're going tonight. Apparently they've got a few restaurants around Sydney, so we're going to check it out. Don't know exactly what meals we're going to be having, but as you can probably guess, the first meal that we will get as a main will be a butter chicken, because you've always got to get that when you get Indian. Butter chicken's an interesting dish because, a fun fact, it's not actually, it was never made in India. It was made in a restaurant in the UK and it's become popularised all over the world. So we'll see how that one goes and see what else we'll get and see what the night brings. And I'm looking forward to introducing Derek and Mrs. Derek to the channel. Okay everybody, so it's the morning after going to O Bombay down in Hornsby. I've pretty much had to change the direction of this video. The whole point of this video was to film and show everybody what we were up to, but look, the reality is that when you try and do that type of stuff in socialising, it takes away that aspect. So just wanted to have a bit of a discussion about how the night went and all that. So yeah, we walked into O Bombay and I gotta see, it was fantastic from the start to the end. The first thing you know is you walk in and then you smell all those beautiful, authentic Indian spices, and I thought to myself, geez, we're in for a treat here. I already knew it was going to be a bit pricey, but that's what you get when you get Indian food, or even Chinese to begin with, and you generally are left pretty full afterwards. So Mrs. Johnson and I, we got a lamb korma, butter chicken, two lots of roti bread, and we had some rice. She got a New Zealand wine and I got a Kingfisher beer, which is actually not too bad, to be fair. Never had a Kingfisher before. I had heard some mixed reviews about the Kingfisher. And I was actually talking to brother Derek, and he was telling me that the Kingfisher has an ultra version, about 7.6% or something. Now, as for the food, so I was just telling you guys what I ate, and honestly, it was fantastic. A lot of sauce with both the meals, and the sauces were awesome. And then as for the meat itself, the meat I found was cooked really well, had a good texture and flavors about it. The garlic naan, we're only expecting to get like half a piece of naan, but you get a full naan each. The rice was enough probably for 3 people, definitely. And look, honestly, the total bill, so including Derek and Mrs. Derek's meals, so they got a tikka masala, and I forget what Mrs. Derek got, and the total bill was about $170. That's including drinks and obviously all the food. And to be fair, considering how good the service was and the quality of the meals, and the restaurant itself, the only thing that really probably lets the restaurant down is the size of the tables. They're probably not big enough for Indian, like when you get Indian, you're generally sharing plates and that around. You want to try a bit of everything. But if that was the worst thing about the meal itself, or the experience, I think that it's honestly, if that's the worst thing, then so be it. So I'd probably, without doubt, give it a 9.5 out of 10. I didn't mind having to split the bill with Derek, $85 each. It was a good time and a good vibe. And then after that, the four of us went down to the Hornsby Inn, which is located pretty close to Hornsby train station. And then while we're there, we just had another few, couple of drinks each before heading home. Westfield Hornsby is free parking for the first 3 hours, and we didn't want to be there longer than that because we're accountants. We don't like spending money. Now, as for Hornsby Inn itself, I actually found it pretty reasonable, especially for Sydney prices. The first round of drinks, me and Derek both got two of his 50/50s, and Mrs. Derek got a cider, and Mrs. Johnson got a glass of Sauvignon Blanc. The price for all that was just over $40. Might have been about $40.85. Might have to check the bank statement, but to be fair, I don't really want to. Whatever I don't know can only make me stronger, right? The only disappointment out of that was the Sauvignon Blanc wasn't the greatest. House wines are usually a little bit better than that. Mrs. Johnson, even with my help, couldn't finish drinking it because it wasn't the greatest, and it was probably the low light of the night. The venue was fantastic though, and the staff were friendly, and we generally had a good time. The band that was playing on last night were rocking. We weren't viewing them because we wanted to have a conversation. We haven't seen Derek and Mrs. Derek for a few years, so we thought we'd spend a bit more time, conversing. So it was a pretty good time, pretty good vibes, and I would go there again. So I do want to thank you all for tuning in to this, special episode of Johnson's Meats. It's not something that we normally put up, but I thought I'd try and do something different. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I do enjoy hearing from everybody who watches the videos, and I hope to see you in the next one, and I hope that you continue reigning supreme. Cheers.